Well, guys, it's already happened. They're already shutting people's accounts and devices and everything down because of wrongthink. In this case, even just accused wrong speak or wrongthink that didn't even turn out to be true. In case you haven't heard, this is pretty wild. Definitely a glimpse into the future and why I avoid pretty much all of these smart products is Amazon shuts down customers' smart home for a week after a delivery driver claimed he heard a racist slur through the Ring doorbell, even though nobody was actually home. So it's a crazy story. This was in the U.S. in Baltimore. This guy has a bunch of a bunch of smart stuff, controlling his lights, his whatever, and the interface is to Amazon, the Alexa system or whatever. And this guy is black. The homeowner is black, and a delivery driver was dropping something off. There was the automatic doorbell, gave like an automated message that said, where was it on here? "Excuse me, can I help you?" And the delivery driver, who had headphones on, still claims somebody said something racist to him, reported to Amazon, and without even contacting the guy first, without even checking video or asking for any sort of evidence or hearing the other side of the story or anything, they locked this guy's home up and didn't even really contact him about it. They sent him like one email to an old account or something. I'll read the article here. It says, Brandon Jackson came home on May 25th to find that he had been locked out of his Amazon Echo, which many devices, including his lights, are connected to. He would later learn that Amazon locked him out of his account after a delivery driver dropped off a package the day before. Jackson, an engineer at Microsoft, said everything seemed fine after the package arrived and initially thought he was locked out because someone had tried to access his account. But none of that was true. A representative directed him to an email he received from an executive that provided a phone number to call. When he called the number, he was told in a somewhat accusatory tone that the driver had reported receiving racist remarks from his doorbell. This incident left me with a house full of unresponsive devices, a silent Alexa, and a lot of questions, he wrote on Medium. And pretty wild. So a link to that article will be in the description. And after reviewing his own, first of all, he said that they told him it happened at 6:05 when none of his family was home. He reviewed the doorbell footage, and he learned the device had given an automatic reply simply saying, "Excuse me, can I help you?" And it said the video also showed the delivery driver had been wearing headphones. So this is just a private company, and giving them all the control. They can shut you off at a whim. And it took a week for him, basically, of being like them accusing him. It took a week for them to get everything turned back on. And he said that even at the end, they had the attitude of like, thanks for wasting our time, even though it was completely their fault and they're in the wrong. But like that power, and nothing's going to happen. Like they are, for all intents and purposes, they're allowed to do that. They can certainly get away with it. I mean, I guess he could sue and say that, ask for a refund for those 6 days that he was paying for the services and not getting them. But they probably have stuff buried in their terms of service that allow them to do that. But imagine when it's the government. Look at what they've done with civil asset forfeiture, the vaccine mandates, and just shutting businesses down. It took just until last couple weeks for the Supreme Court to say that the government just can't keep the extra money that they get from selling someone's house after they have a tax lien. I don't know if you guys heard about that one, but for years and years, governments have been seizing houses when there's a debt owed, usually from property taxes, sometimes only in like the dozens or hundreds of dollars. So according to the law, they can put a lien on the house, sell the house at auction, and take their money. But what they also were doing was just keeping all of the money, regardless of what the debt was. They were not returning the excess money to the homeowners. So not only is that just blatantly criminal, it got upheld by enough lower courts that it had to go to the Supreme Court. And just think of the audacity you have to have, just the absolute, just pure evil that has to be in your mind for you to go up to a court and argue why you should be able to keep some 80-year-old woman's money after beyond what she owed you after taking her house. It's just absolute. I don't like when everyone throws around the stuff about like demons and stuff, but give me a break. These people are demons to be able to do that. And then you're going to give these same people, the IRS and everything, access to all these different things like the CBDC that we're talking about, that's what we're worried about, is that they can do this, except it's not even Amazon, and for shit that you don't necessarily need, like an Alexa, it could be your ability to deposit your paycheck, your ability to buy stuff at the grocery store, to even pay for your lights. And we've already seen them turning off smart thermostats in different countries. I actually got an email where they were like, this is scary stuff. Let me see if I can find the email. This is in Nevada, and they were trying to get me to sign up for something that gives them control to shut off, and the way they framed it was so fucking creepy and dystopian. All right, so I got this email that says, did you claim your incentive? Don't miss out on collecting an incentive from your utility provider by enrolling in their Energy Event program. You'll help prevent blackouts in your area, reduce energy strain, and keep rates lower. And you go on to say that it's a $50 rebate to sign up for their, here, let me see, find out. The earning rebates, helping keep, I can't even talk, helping the community keep the power on. Our power is gonna go off, and it says help preventing blackouts. Are blackouts a problem? Very, very bizarre. So how would this be prevented? So they're just gonna make you use less power by turning it off themselves. Very, very shady stuff. So all in all, the key here is you absolutely cannot get into a position where you rely on things that can be controlled remotely by other people. This is called counterparty risk. We've seen why it's a bad thing in the financial system. It is basically causing all of these problems. It's a bad thing, definitely when it's entrenched in any part of your life, whether that's your utility, your thermostats, whether that's your books, if they're all digital and can be edited at will or removed from your account, whether that's your car that could have the speed and everything monitored remotely, even turned off. Certainly everything on your phone and computer can be accessed, but these people are rushing to give more and more control to these systems, and that's what's so worrisome about the CBDC. And I don't understand how anyone can see this. Let's just ignore how often electronics mess up and do things they're not supposed to do and require tons of work from other people and tons of expenses to keep them going most of the time. Let's ignore all that and pretend they never mess up. How can you look at any of this stuff like this and ever even remotely think of doing something like Neuralink or attaching anything like that into your body? Is beyond me. I certainly won't let any of that stuff near me. I don't care. I'll be the last caveman rubbing two sticks together with an uncorrupted mind. But crazy stuff. Let me know what you guys think if you'd seen that Amazon video. Thanks for watching. I'll talk to you soon.